Bubba Wallace wins, more playoff drivers have trouble, and Kyle Busch puts a date on his announcement. Let's talk about it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you are doing good today. All right, Bubba Wallace wins. He wins in a pretty big fashion. He had a 1.3 or so second margin of victory. And for all the people who weren't counting the rain win, which I understand, a lot of people just don't count rain wins. Me personally, I count rain wins because I look at it, if I won a race and it rained it out, I would still count it as a win for myself, and they pay the same amount of money as races that go the full distance, so I personally count them, but I understand other people have different criteria for races that they count. But now, officially, under everybody's criteria, Bubba Wallace has won a race, and like I said, he won it in convincing fashion. Now, Bubba Wallace, definitely a polarizing driver, if not the most polarizing driver. He's in the same vein as a Kyle Busch. You either like him or you don't like him. If I had to compare him to people that have broken barriers, he's more like Muhammad Ali, right? Muhammad Ali was very outspoken. He was very political. Whereas a guy like Jackie Robinson, another guy that broke barriers, Jackie Robinson just kept it all to himself, was very quiet, just went about his business. So there's two different styles of barrier breakers there, and Bubba Wallace seems to fit the Muhammad Ali barrier breaker more so than he would Jackie Robinson. So he's very polarizing in that sense, and those are the first two athletes that come to mind. But that being said, whether you like him or hate him, this is a very important win because this is the first time that a lot of people have seen somebody that looked like them win a race, a significant race, or two races in this particular case. And so hopefully this is the last time we ever have to talk about it. But I say it's significant because I had a lot of friends back in the day that watched the NBA, and they were all Boston Celtics fans. They were all Boston Celtics fans because Larry Bird was a really good white player that played for the Boston Celtics. So they became Boston Celtics fans because of that, because they saw a guy that looked like them that was doing things at a successful level. Bubba Wallace is the same way. He represents a whole lot of people that see themselves in Bubba Wallace because he looks like them and he's doing things in a successful manner with his second win. That being said, I hope this is the last time we ever have to say a black driver has won a race, and this is part of the storyline. Hopefully going forward, if Bubba Wallace wins another race, we don't have to say a black driver won a race. When Rajah Caruth moves up to the Cup Series and he wins a race, hopefully we don't have to say a black driver has won a race. Hopefully we just say a driver has won a race, and we go along with other storylines like playoff drivers finishing in compromising positions, which once again happened here. So let's take a look at the top 10. Bubba Wallace, of course, wins. Denny Hamlin is second. His car owner, of course, finishes second. Christopher Bell is third. That's a 1-2-3 for Toyota. Alex Bowman, who had a good run today, led about 100 or so laps. He ends up finishing fourth. He had short run speed, didn't quite have anything for the long runs like the Toyotas did. Martin Truex continues his really good campaign of post-playoff success with a fifth place. Although he's not in the playoffs, he is running well. William Byron finishes sixth. Ross Chastain finishes seventh. Kyle Larson finishes eighth. Ryan Blaney finishes ninth. Daniel Suarez is 10th. Chase Elliott 11th. And Austin Cindric finishes 12th. And this is the second race in a row, by the way, that a non-playoff driver has won in the playoffs. And that, of course, gives us 18 different winners on the season, too. Forgot to mention that. But not everybody in the playoffs had a good race. So let's take a look at the guys that had a bad race, and most of them were actually in the playoffs. Kevin Harvick, once again, has a bad race, finishes dead last, 36th. Tyler Reddick, he was leading the race, lost a tire there. Tires were definitely an issue in this race. A lot of people were blowing tires. I don't know if they were being too aggressive or if Goodyear bought another tire that was suspect. That is up for debate. But Tyler Reddick finishes 35th. Eric Jones, last week's winner, finishes 29th. And Kyle Busch ends up 26th after spinning out and having just all kinds of problems on this day. So with all the tire issues and other drivers having problems, let's take a look at the playoff cut line as it stands right now. Christopher moved into the lead in the points. He is 10 over William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Tyler Reddick, and your last man in as it stands right now is Austin Cindric, who is 2 points above Kyle Busch, who was the first man out. Austin Dillon is 14th, Chase Briscoe 15th, and Kevin Harvick, he is going to need a win to continue his playoff drive. He is in 16th place. So that is the setup for Bristol. Everybody is basically in it points-wise. They can still point their way in. One person could win and lock themselves in, and Kevin Harvick is the only driver that is basically in a must-win situation. All the other drivers are within 10 or 15 points, so they can point their way in, all those drivers on the cutoff line. That is all I've got for the race, but Kyle Busch got on social media and posted this, which basically lines up with the article that Jordan Bianchi posted that said he is going to make an announcement Tuesday that he is going to RCR. So we will have to see how that plays out. Like I said all along, in a season that has been this crazy, I'm not counting any of my chickens before they hatched. So I will wait until the official announcement is made. But this does coincide with Jordan Bianchi's article that he is going to RCR. Now, how that RCR deal plays out after that is anyone's guess. So no need to speculate. I'll just wait until tomorrow at 10 a.m. when he makes his announcement, and we will go from there. All right, that is all I got for you. If you made it this far, feel free to subscribe down below. It helps out the channel a whole lot, and I appreciate all you guys who are already subscribed. And if you got a comment, question, or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.